folks, welcome back to the channel. Chef Matt Basile here, bringing you another episode of 5 Things I Love to Crush. Because apparently, as per the search engine optimization and the title would suggest, I only like to crush things in intervals of 5, and I love to welcome you to today's episode. Sauces and marinades. Whether you're outdoors cooking, indoors cooking, before you cook, after you cook, while you cook, we all need sauces and marinades. And the go-to cooking oil in my kitchen, whether it's at home, whether it's in my catering kitchen, I had to pause because I forgot I don't have a restaurant anymore. Sad face. Is canola oil. Canadian-made canola oil. And it just so happens that today's video is sponsored by Canola Eat Well. Now, there's a few reasons why I use canola oil when I cook, specifically for sauces and marinades. The first being neutral flavor. It doesn't change the complexity of what you're trying to cook by integrating canola oil into that sauce or marinade. Number 2, higher smoke point. Less likely to burn your food, more likely to get a great sear. All those things mean you're gonna get great flavor when you're cooking. And number 3, probably the most important thing, it's 100% Canadian. I'm 100% Canadian. I love supporting Canadian farmers, and that's why I use canola oil when I'm cooking. So thank you so much for Canola Eat Well for sponsoring today's video. We're gonna crush a few things. We're gonna learn a few things. I'm gonna take you through 5 of the marinades and sauces that I love to crush while using canola oils. And you know, before we get rocking and rolling, make sure to like and subscribe to this channel and this video, or if you're on the gram, make sure you favorite or share it. Make sure you comment. Let me know what you think of the marinades. What's your favorite marinade? All the things. Let this be a process. Let's communicate, shall we? Let's communicate. It's been so long. I miss you. Let's communicate. On to the crushing. Marinade sauce number 1, or number 5. It depends how we want to do this. We'll start at number 5. Marinade sauce number 5. So this one's actually more of a sauce. You can cook with it. The only problem is higher in sugar. So we have a hot honey. I love hot honey. It's one of my things. When I order chicken wings and I'm like looking at my sauces, I'm like, what do I want? Oh wait, I know what I want. I want hot honey. So that's exactly what we made here. Got a little bit of honey, actually mostly honey, some chili sauce, a little bit of fish sauce, canola oil, and lemon juice. So what we're blending is the acidity from that lemon, the smoothness from the canola oil. It really brings together that sugary base of the honey. A little bit of that heat. You just want just a little bit to touch it. Just kiss the heat. And then the fish sauce is like that hidden ingredient that brings it all together. You don't even know it's there. It's not like you're eating and you're going, oh, I taste fish sauce. You don't taste it, but you will miss it once it's gone. So I promise you, hot honey, number 5 on the list of sauces I love to crush. Side note, like I said, this goes great with chicken wings, fried wings, grilled wings, smoked wings, roasted wings, perfect on chicken wings, but that doesn't mean I'm just gonna single out one part of the chicken. You can use a whole chicken too. So if you're roasting off a spatchcock chicken on the barbecue, a little bit of this drizzled over top of it, a little bit more fresh lemon over top. Beautiful. Hot honey, number 5 on my list of things I love to crush. Number 4 on the list is definitely more of a sauce than a marinade. This is something that you're gonna incorporate to a dish once you've cooked it. Beautiful, beautiful garlic and pineapple sauce. Now, I personally would use this over grilled shrimp or grilled scallops, maybe even some steamed bok choy over rice, maybe a combination of all these things together. It's sweet, it's tangy, it's tart, it's garlicky, and that canola oil just gives it a perfect consistency. First things first, when I was making this, I actually cooked down the pineapple with garlic in canola oil, added some soy sauce, added some plum sauce, brought it all together. It's so good, so good. But like I said, shrimp for me and this sauce go hand in hand. Nice, beautiful grilled prawns over some rice, drizzle some of that pineapple sauce over top. In for a treat. Number 4 on things I love to crush. Number 3 on the sauce / marinades that I love to crush, it's a dill Dijon sauce. It's got fresh dill, Dijon mustard, orange marmalade to add a little bit of sweetness, and then of course that canola oil bring it all together. Some mayo to give it a creamy texture. You can use this on things like grilled salmon or grilled trout, either before you cook it, while you're cooking it, after you cook it, you just kind of drizzle it over top. I love this in sandwiches. It can easily take over for just a plain Dijon mustard, especially if it's like a pork loin or a porchetta sandwich. Oh, my mouth is watering just thinking about it. What else could you do with this? Chicken tenders? I love a good chicken tender. Well, start dipping, kids. Start dipping. A little Dijon dill goes a long way. Big fan of it, and like I said, all those elements together, the sweet, the tangy, the fresh dill, the creaminess from the mayo, they balance so well. That canola oil really helps emulsify and bring it all together. Also, if you thin it out a bit more, add a little bit more canola oil to it while you're making it, it almost doubles as a salad dressing. Food for thought, food for thought, food for thought. Where did that saying come from, food for thought? I don't know, food for thought. Let's Google that. Where does that come from? The phrase food for thought came from the 1800s, but the word food had been used in the sense of something to think about, at least in the 1600s. Oh, so so when you say something is food for thought, it's thought to be said that the idea needs to be chewed over in one's mind. Chewed over in one's mind. Now we know. Food for thought. Chew it over. I don't get it. Next! All right, number 2, chimichurri. Chimichurri is, in my opinion, going to take over for mustards and ketchups and all the other condiments because it goes awesome on everything. You have fresh Italian parsley, a little bit of cilantro, apple cider vinegar, garlic, shallots, canola oil, lime juice, a little bit of salt. Now, the salt, up to you. I like to use a little bit because it is best on things like steak or whole grilled fish, things that you typically already are salting. So just keep that in mind when you're salting these marinades and sauces. It's like, oh, I salted the food, I salted the marinade. You bring them together, ooh, guess what? A little too salty. Keep it in mind. But chimichurri, like I said, it does so many things. Ribeye steak with a little chimichurri, little roast potatoes on the side. It's fantastic. Oh, you want some lobster, some grilled lobster? You don't want to use like a traditional butter sauce? Don't worry, chimichurri. Chimichurri has you. Grilled corn. What are we gonna do with our grilled corn? Maybe a little chimichurri. Sea bass or other whitefish like cod. What would you do, Matt? Chimichurri. If you're not sure, the answer is chimichurri. Chimichurri. Number 2 on the list. Number 5 or number 1? No, number 1. Number 1 on the list. Again, in my opinion, this is when you know you've really nailed it with a flavor profile, when something can be both a marinade and a sauce at the exact same time. I made a ginger chili marinade / sauce, and it's fantastic. Lots of fresh ginger. Depending on how spicy you like things, there's some Thai chilies in there. I used 2. I left the seeds in because I absolutely love that kick. A little bit of rice wine vinegar, a little bit of hoisin, a little bit of canola oil, brings it all together, a little bit of soy sauce. And in my opinion, this marinade / sauce is fantastic on ribs and pork chops. All right, so good news is this marinade / sauce is gonna be accompanied by an actual recipe that I created for the Canola Eat Well team. So if you go to their blog, which will live somewhere over here, or head on over to my Instagram, you'll see the full recipe. But what I did was I took a bunch of different mixed mushrooms and I drizzled canola over it, roasted it in the oven, then I got my pork chops ready, brushed it in the marinade, got a little flour dredge on it, gave them a quick sear, covered up with more sauce, let them cook in that sauce, topped it with green onions, put it all together, drizzled a little more sauce and marinade, a little fresh lemon on the side. It's fantastic. It hits all the notes for me. It's spicy, it's tangy, it's sweet, it's acidic. You know, it's got a great mouthfeel from the canola. It just brings it all together. It's really good. It's really, really good. Pork chops, ribs, this sauce, can't go wrong. You just can't. There you have it, folks. 5 things I love to crush, marinades and sauces, all thanks to the great people at Canola Eat Well and the farmers in Manitoba working their butts off, bringing us canola oil every single year. Harvest is right around the corner, so good luck to all of them. And thank you for watching. I hope you enjoy some of these marinades and sauces as much as I do, feel free to use them in a cook. You know, think of that inspiration that I was telling you about on chicken wings or on fish or on steak and give it a shot. Let me know what you think, because I can't just crush things alone. I need you and you need me. We need each other when it comes to 5 things we're crushing. Well, there you have it, folks. Thanks so much for watching. Make sure to like, subscribe to the channel if this is on YouTube. If you're on the gram, share it, favorite it, comment. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Enjoy the marinades, enjoy the sauces, and keep on crushing things in intervals of 5.